All right. Today's Tao Daily Tarot just around the corner, but here's the heads up for you. The idea, the overriding theme is clean it up. How do you do that? Pretty simple. Quit your stinking thinking. You have been just focusing on trying to find the solution using your mind. This is what you need to use instead. I'll give you the details. That'll be coming up in just a moment. Well, hello and welcome to this Tao Daily Tarot Edition. I love it that you're here. I appreciate it. Much gratitude. Whether you're a first-timer, long-timer, cross-watcher, it makes no difference. I just have one favor to ask. Please hit like, subscribe, hit the bell. This is important information for the folks at YouTube as I can try to grow this channel, and I would thank you in advance for doing that. Now, for the first-timers and cross-watchers, you may not know what makes this tarot reading different from every other, and that is, first of all, I do archetypal readings. I take a look at the images, try not to add anything. It's only an 8-card spread, and that's because, by definition, the Tao is the simplest, most direct path. So an 8-card spread, 4 decks, and we put this all together for you. I also focus on the energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling. You're going, what? Yeah, I don't predict. Too many people on the planet to cover. Too many things going on in their lives to predict. So what I do is I give you an energetic weather report. Think of it that way, energetic weather report. And I look at the energies of coming, going, pushing, pulling, because every day something is coming into your life, something is going away. Something is pushing, something is pulling. That's the way it works every single day of your life. And so if I give you this energetic weather report, you know what the weather's like out there, energetically speaking. And so you can dress appropriately. In other words, you can prepare yourself for what you're going to have to make your way through. And this allows you to navigate your life better. If it helps you, think of this Tao reading as, how about a GPS of frequencies surrounding you? Okay? Again, this is an energetic weather report. We tell you what's out there, what's surrounding you. You prepare appropriately and navigate more successfully, more happily through your life. Another thing that makes this difference is the hyper shuffle. I'll show you that in a moment. And I try to get this reading done in 10 minutes. And the reason is you have a life. You have people to see, places to go, things to do. It's just busy, busy, busy. Even in this COVID craziness, it doesn't make any difference. You still have a life. You can squeeze in a 10-minute tarot reading every day, because I do a brand new reading every single day, 365 days a year. You can squeeze that in very easily and still be able to fully function, have a very busy, active life. Alrighty, so good. Now, just a moment ago, I was talking about something called the hyper shuffle. Let me show you. And there you go. There is the hyper shuffle. Let's get to the reading for today, the Tao Daily Tarot reading. And we start with the overall temperature of this reading. Remember, I talk about this as being an energetic weather report. This is the card that sets the temperature, and it says clean it up. Alrighty, clean it up. Keep that in mind, because again, that is the overriding theme through this entire reading. We begin taking a look at the energies, as I say we do, and we begin with the energies of coming and going, and we begin with the Emperor. The Emperor is the daddy of the zodiac. The Empress is the mommy of the zodiac. The Emperor, it can be just wonderful, a benevolent dictator, or it can just be a dictator. It depends. It depends. This may be pressure coming from the outside to conform, or this may be pressure from the inside, from you, to conform to whatever you think you need to conform to. Alrighty. It could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. We'll see how the cards develop as we go through the reading. But there's this idea of a father figure somehow imposed on your life. Either you're doing it or it's coming from the outside. But the idea of a father figure, and again, does not have to be all bad, but we're going to find out. Tell you this much, As we keep in the energies of coming and going, we're looking at the Six of Swords. Yes, yes. Leaving the choppy waters, headed to the calmer waters. And you see there the six swords stuck in the boat. Swords, remember, are words. They're thoughts. And so those six swords have either helped you or hurt you. At one point, they hurt you because you were in the choppy waters. But maybe now you've changed your thinking. The Six of Swords. You've changed your thinking, and you're heading now out to the calmer waters, the happier waters. You have decided that is where you're headed because you are in the process of cleaning it up. Remember that. That's the overall feeling here in this reading. We now switch to the energies of pushing and pulling, and we go to the Ten of Swords. Alrighty, again, swords are thoughts, words. And while the Ten of Swords, this guy looks dead. You see on the horizon, the sunshine back there? Yeah, this ain't the end of the story. This is not the end of the story. But it's the end of maybe negative thinking. Thinking it's possible. Swords being thoughts. Maybe you have just gone through all of that and said, okay, I've figured out every negative thing I can figure out. It hasn't done me anything. I'm finished. I'm going to quit the stinking thinking and just focus on that sunny horizon. Okay? And then from there, we continue with the energy of pushing and pulling, and we go to the Page of Pentacles. All pages change the storyline. Okay? It's like you have a certain plot in a movie or a book, and then something happens and da-da-da, you're off in an entirely different direction. That's what the Page of Swords says. Now, this would not be a big thing. We're talking about a page. But this might be a good reason to turn the page, pardon the pun. Because maybe now, through some really small thing, you've decided to rearrange what you think is important. Because pentacles are what you value. Everybody goes, money, money, money. Yeah, that it may be, and you need money to live. I'm not saying that you don't. What I'm saying is, for you, and there are loads of people watching this right now, for each and every one of you, you have a different value system. And that is about to change. That's what the Page of Pentacles tells me. That for each and every one of you, what you thought was important, what you think now is important, may be just about to change because you're cleaning it up, alrighty? You've done things long enough, especially this past year, really put a lot of pressure on people to change. And that's what you're feeling right now. With this new moon in Aries coming up in less than a couple of weeks, be the perfect time to begin. And here we go to the first magnifier card, the Six of Wands. Success, victory, passion. I am thinking, after doing a number of readings, especially since the first of the year, that that's really what's missing for a lot of people. The passion, the enthusiasm, the excitement, the possibilities have kind of, for many people, not all, but many people have kind of diminished. And there's just no joy in their life. What they thought they were chasing, what they were told to chase, they're finding out really not that big of a deal and didn't bring a lot of joy and happiness. But now you are looking at victory because, in large part, these two cards. You said, I've had enough of this thinking. I am going to rearrange my value system. I'm going to make the difference. I am going to clean it up. Okay? Not that you lived a horrendous life, but you are acting like your own daddy, your own father, and you are deciding for yourself, I will choose what my values are. I will leave the choppy waters and go to smoother waters. I will clean it up. And from there, we have our second magnifier card, and this one is the Page of Wands. Again, all pages change the storyline changed the script significantly. And the Page of Wands, along with the other wands that we've had here, says, hey, guess what? I want enthusiasm, I want joy, I want excitement in my life. I want, not that I'm going to lead a devil-may-care kind of life, and not that I'm going to be, an astronaut or anything like that, but I want that juju back in my life. I've lost it. I want it back. And because you're cleaning it up, you're going to get it. And the final card is from the Vice Versa deck, and it's in reverse. It is the High Priestess. And in reverse, the High Priestess tells us, you're not paying attention to what you're feeling. You're not paying attention to your intuition. You have kind of given up. You've been dealing with what you've been thinking so much. And that's really what this is all about. You've tried to figure out, this past year at least, if not longer, you tried to figure out just what exactly was going on in your life. Why was it going south? And at this point, you're giving up on just the thinking stuff. You're saying enough stinking thinking. But you haven't gotten to the point yet where you're beginning to trust your intuition. And in the pre-shuffle, I ran across the Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, both in reverse. Tells me that indeed you did lose your passion. And that's what you want back. The enthusiasm. The idea that maybe I can have a life where I feel plugged in, not unplugged, in a good way. I can do this. But to do this, I'm going to have to trust my intuition. I'm going to have to pay attention. I've been so into my thinking that I've ignored my intuition, my emotional cues. And look where I'm at. So to me, that's what it is. It's spend quiet time between now and the new moon coming up in a couple of weeks in Aries. Great time to rebuild, re-begin, rethink, and tune into what you are sensing. Give yourself a chance to clean it up. You can do this. Remember, we've already talked about this card. Going to calmer waters. Right? So you got it. It's just a question of tuning in and listening to yourself, not anything outside. Alrighty, very good. So we have that all taken care of. I think it's a brilliant read, and you have yourself a little bit of time between now and the new moon coming up on the 12th, I believe, to really take care of that business. Give you a chance to clean it up. That's a positive read. Love that. Alrighty, so thank you. That is, of course, today's tarot read, the Tao Daily Tarot. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you very much for doing that. And between now and the next time you and I have a chance to talk tarot, and I look forward to it. Remember, I do a brand new reading every single day. So that being the case, you and I will get together again when the time is right for you. And when we do, we will have another great read. In between now and that time we get together, I wish you one thing. Most importantly, tons of blessings.